Blaney's rejoining there, they're all three wide. Neil's trying to get involved and Blaney hits them both off. Blaney comes back on the track, hits both cars. It's the right on the back of Bradders into the hairpin on the inside. Bradders outbreaks himself and they both pass, just hard to say. Stevie passes them all straight through. Oh, Callum's lost it! Callum's lost it! Oh, what a recovery! He uses the wall, but what a recovery there from Callum. Let's have a look at Steve now. Stevie holds his own around the outside. And no way Jose, but then gets a slow run out of the corner. Bids us right up on the outside of him again. This is brilliant. LPB WTCR Championship Round 7 Race 4 from Rapona Park. Hi everyone and welcome back to LPB Racing for the WTCR Championship on Project Cars 2. This is race 4 from round 7 at Rapona Park in New Zealand. So let's take you through the grid for this one then. So to the drone, when the drone works, sorry, you got stuck on a post there I think. So here we go. So the grid is Bradders on pole position, then in the yellow car, then it's Intrepid alongside in second. Then we've got Stevie in third. Blake is in 4th, followed by TY, his teammate, in 5th. We've got Bidster in 6th, Twerdy is 7th, we've got Bert in 8th, then it's Growley in 9th, Darren in 10th, and Neil is at the back in 11th. So let's get on with the race then. Here we go from Rapona Park, race 4. And we're away. Bradders gets a good initial start, but the second phase of the start, Intrepid is much quicker. Down to the first corner then. Let's see if we get as much controversy in this one as we did in the last one, because in the last race it got quite heated down here. There goes Bradders into the corner. Everyone else, Stevie and Blake and everyone else into the corner quite fast. 3 or 4 wide further back. But I think we're all a bit of contact here between Bidster and Twerdy, I think, but I think we're okay. Bids rejoins. But yeah, we're all cleanly through. Nice one by everyone. Nice and clean through. Neil Farmack's making up places further back as well. He's made up some places ahead of Darren and a few other people. Meanwhile, at the front, we've got Bradders, we've got Blake and TY together, the two teammates. TY's on the inside, Blake on the outside. They're still the side by side. TY's on the outside there. Where's Blake? There he is. Got Bids on the inside as well. TY hits the grass and no hits Bids, but he's okay. Just hit the grass with the rear wheel, but he's okay. He's survived. As everyone else goes through towards the hairpin, there's Bradders in third. He's got Blakeney right behind him as he goes wide. Blake having a little look through there, can't quite do it. As we go down to the next corner, we've got Bidster there ahead of TY. Twerdy behind, through the right and then the left. Stevie goes a bit wide further up front as the camera goes dodgy again. Sorry guys, as we go down to the last corner. So Intrepid then, pulling out his lead in the BMW. Stevie defending now hard from Bradders. So Bradders goes to the outside of Stevie and into the corner we go. And oh, he's off on the grass. He's off on the grass as the others go through. Oh, Bidster's gone wide as well. Bids has gone wide. Where's Bradders and Bids gone? There's Bradders. And Bids has gone to the back. Oh, he's into the pits. He's got a drive-through. He must have jumped the start. So Bidster then, with a drive-through penalty, as he's jumped the start. So that puts him right down to the back of the field. Meanwhile, everyone else down towards the first corner. Blake on the outside, almost clipping the grass there. Twerdy right behind TY as we see Darren slide out there. He's gone wide. Darren slides out, hits the grass and takes himself to the back of the field. Well, almost to the back of the field, because technically Bids it goes. Bidster's back on track, but everyone else down towards the hairpin. Intrepid, Stevie, Blake, TY. That's the orders. We've got Bradders and Growley having a bit of a battle further back as well. Just saw them darting about, but Bradders is ahead of Growley in 8th. So a bit of a dramatic opening lap there. We'll get some replays on that later on at the halfway point. But here we are at the main battle on track at the minute between Blake and TY, the two teammates, and also we've got Neil and Twerdy very close together as well in 5th and 6th position. We'll have a look at them now. There's Neil Farmack, Twerdy just ahead. You go down to the next corner, the right and then the left through the little chicane. It's really 2 separate corners, but you can sort of take it like a chicane really. Into the left. TY having a really good look at Blake there, trying to get past him. He's on the inside as Bert goes wide in the background. We've got the 2 red cars alongside each other, and I think TY's lost momentum. Twerdy's having a go now, right behind him. And turning through the corner, Blake goes wide. So does Twerdy. Neil Farmack's right on the back of this bunch now. He's got a really good run in the BM. He's trying to get alongside Twerdy here, and TY's trying to get past his teammate. Battles everywhere as we go down towards the first corner. TY on the inside of his teammate now has folded in. So's Neil, he's folded behind Twerdy as well on the brakes. Everyone else into turn 1 nicely through this time. So all very nicely through. It is hard on the brakes in there because there is water right where the entrance to the corner is, so you've got to watch out for that. So still raining here for now. As, I think it's slowing down, so it might be coming to the weather changing again as the sun starts to come out here. So, oh, Twirty down the inside of TY. No holds barred here. Twirty, and contact on the outside, and there's a tyre up in the air as well. That's not off one of the cars, I can tell you that. It's off off the track as cones go flying as well. Then Neil Farmack now under, past Twirty, and so's Bert as well. So Twirty goes back to 7th place. A little bit of contact, something happened there, and down to 7th place he goes. Was that a car going off? Was that a... No, it's alright. I thought I saw a car going off there, but it's okay. We're okay. It's me seeing things. So Intrepid still got a 1 second lead over Stevie here, so good job by Intrepid so far. He's been caught slightly by Stevie though, so he's got to be careful. He's got to watch the pace. And now look, you can see there's no rain on track now. There's no more rain being added to it, so we've got the spray on the track and the wet track, but there's no more rain being added because the rain has stopped. The sun's come out, so everyone on wet tyres, and we'll have to see how the tyre management goes because there's no point pitting because you'll lose all that time in a 10-lap race. As TY and Blake alongside each other now. TY finally looking to take 3rd place. Looks like he's done it. Passmack's closing up to these boys as well. The BMW is showing its legs now. As we go into the corner, Neil right on the back of the Mercedes now, trying to use the rear-wheel drive traction to his advantage out the corners. Through the fast left-hander we go into it. Now into the corner. The Mercedes a lot better on turning. The BMW a lot better through the long bit of the corner and on the exit. Bert and Twirty closed up behind as well now. As then we've got further back, we've got Bradders, Darren, and then we've got Bids at the back, trying to make up for lost time at the back after the drive-through penalty he received. So over the curbs he goes, trying to go as fast as he can. Intrepid out front. Stevie half second behind him now, so he's really closing in on Intrepid here. TY runs a bit wide there. There's Blake and Neil as well. So Neil right behind Blake there in the green and red and white BMW there. Trying to put all the points on the board for his team. Smoking tyres. He's trying to go up the inside of Blake. He's trying to make a move on the friendly fire car, and he's done it. What a move there by Neil Farmack. Puts the car on the inside and goes straight through. But now we've got TY having a go at Stevie, I think. Is he having a go? He's on the inside. He's having a go. Can't see because the camera's not on him as we go. No, Stevie holds on just by the skin of his teeth, holds on, but Intrepid's now extending the gap because of the battling duo. So across the line, TY and Steve quite close. Neil's in 4th now, ahead of Blake. We've now got Bert for company, so let's have a look at Stevie and TY into the first corner. And Stevie goes wide, TY goes on the inside. He's going to get good traction out the corner though. We'll have to watch out for Stevie fighting back. But TY's enough on the inside, I think, to get the corner as we go into the left-hander. He goes through. Neil Farmack might be able to take advantage of Stevie being slow out the corner. He's trying, but Stevie's defending the inside. Neil's not being given any room to play. Blake now goes up the inside because Neil goes wide. Neil goes wide. He's almost... Oh, there's contact as Blake was on the inside. Neil tries to rejoin. Contact between the two there as we go down the straight, side by side, as Blake gets shoved out and Bert now takes advantage on the inside, or he trying to take advantage but can't quite do it. So everyone going for the opportunistic moves here. Brilliant to see the opportunistic moves. You've got to try and go for a pass if you're doing it, because if you're alongside you've got every right to try and go for the pass. You've got to try and give each other racing room, which is sometimes something that people forget, but you've got to give racing room. As Blake there gives racing room to Bert as he defends his place, but Bert's all over the back of him in that Renault. Meanwhile, further back, Bidster is catching Darren, so he's going to try to see what he can do here about Darren. Can't quite do anything just yet. TY in 2nd place, Stevie 3rd with Neil right behind him. We've got Blake and Bert and everyone else forming a queue behind Blake. So Blake's got a bit of a queue behind him now as Neil Farmack goes to attack Stevie out of the last corner, and also looks like Bert's having a go at Blake as well. So we've got multiple bits of action down towards the first corner. Neil on the inside, and we're going to get those replays in for you in a minute, but the action's brilliant here. Neil goes through and Blake's on the grass. Has he stopped the car? Just, there's a bit of an elbow from Bert, but I think we're okay. Blake gets back going, Bert's on the inside, but Blake gets the drive out the corner and goes through. So just before more action happens, we'll get the first half of the race replays in for you now. Here's the replays from the first half of the race. Okay, here's the first of the replays then, looking at Wtcr's start. Watch the lights on the right hand side. Here we go, lights on. Oh, we moved now. Just too early, just the clutch slipped and he went too early, and that's what gave him his drive through. Okay, here's a replay of some of the first lap in action then. So on board with Wtcr then, so we're looking down towards the last corner. This is where we're going to serve his drive through. We're on the outside, Bradders ahead, but then Bradders goes wide, his teammate goes wide off the track, and then rejoins, but Wtcr sees this, he lets his teammate go in front, and then he has to go to the pit entrance, so he lost himself another few seconds there. And now back to the racing action. And as we come back from that, Neil Farmack then in third place now, ahead of Stevie. So see if he can pull away from Stevie here. We've got Blake and Bert close together as well. Twerdy also. Bert right on the back of Blake here. Bert's a really good racer. He's he's found us on Facebook and he's joined our group, and he's a really good addition. He's really good with the wheel-to-wheel racing as well. Knows what he's doing, knows his craft. Good to see. We go out the corner, and also now we've got Wtcr right on the back of Darren here. Wtcr going for Darren. Darren runs wide. Wtcr goes to the outside, and then here you'll see here we go to the corner. Darren goes wide. Wtcr puts the car on the inside. Darren doesn't see him, and Wtcr goes through. Good move there from Wtcr. Got to sense the opportunity, put the car in the right place, and Darren had to just take a bit of lockout, and Wtcr goes through. Remember, to pass, you've got to put the car in the place where you want it to pass. So Bert then goes into 6th place. So Bert's in 6th, ahead of Blake in 5th. The reason why I brought up that Wtcr and Darren pass there is because after the race there was a bit of controversy about it on Darren's part. He thought that Wtcr was being too aggressive, but really just the fact that Wtcr put his car there and Darren then, well, couldn't go for his normal racing line. And when you're racing, you've got to adapt your line. You can't just take your racing line every corner, especially if you've got a car on your inside. So you've got to be aware of your surroundings and watch what's happening and be ready to change your line. As TY then defends the inside from Neil. I think that was more of a twitch from the previous corner, really. I think massive tank slapper all the way down, but he's now under pressure from Neil Farmack. The BMW is coming alive in these drying conditions as TY lets Neil go through. He must have had a slowdown penalty after the previous corner then. He must have slowed down or been told by the game to return the place. So TY goes down to 3rd then, and Neil goes up to 2nd. So it is now a Smoking Tyres 1-2 here, with Intrepid the least a fill-in for Pash, but it's good for the team points for Smoking Tyres. It's going to be very good team points for that team as Bert goes through behind Blake, still applying the pressure. We've got Growley on the back of Twerdy now. Good to see Growley finally getting the pace in these cars as we go down towards the last corner. Here's Neil, TY with Stevie behind. We've got Bert there. Oh, Bert, Twerdy up the inside and having a look. Twerdy's come back in this from, yeah, he is. He's having a look at Bert now, and Growley's having a look at Twerdy as well. It's all happening. Growley has a go at Twerdy. Twerdy trying to defend Growley alongside. Growley not phased. Growley's not afraid of wheel-to-wheel combat, but remember, he's not raced Twerdy before. Twerdy's, again, never phased, and he brakes so late into the next corner that no way that Growley can get through there, but he does go wide. Twerdy goes very wide. Is he off the track? Yes, he did. He went off the track. So Growley goes back through into 7th. So Twerdy just outbraking himself there, but Twerdy does not give up on a position. It's good to see the passion running in him for the racing. So let's run you through the order so far. Then there's a very zoomed in Intrepid in the lead in the BMW. He is a privateer, but he's running in the team this time just to cover for Pash for the team colours. So his points go towards the team count for this race, for this round. Neil in 2nd, TY in 3rd. We've got Stevie in 4th with Blakeney behind him, with Bert right on his tail, and then we've got Growley in 7th, with Twerdy in 8th. Got Wtcr up to 9th now, so he's passed his teammate Bradders there, so trying to get the more points he can. But I don't think Wtcr's going to get any higher up than this, because he's got 8 seconds now to Twerdy, so it's going to be a lot of work to do, especially with the drying out track and also with the BMWs having an advantage in this weather. So the BMWs working wonders in the wet conditions. No one thought beforehand that the BMWs would be good in the wet, but it looks like they are. So Stevie goes through in 5th with Bert right on his tail. Bert with the McGann closing up on the top end speed. The top end speed of that McGann very good as we hit the brakes into the corner. Braking, Bert's very late on the brakes. And did he hit Stevie there? I think he did. And Twitty comes through and sort of barges his way through. And not Twitty, sorry, Growly. Sorry, I thought it was Twitty because it was green. But yeah, Growly comes through and it takes advantage of Bert and almost hits Stevie as well. But I suppose you've got to take advantage. But Bert, Twitty, went off back there. So that's it. Just getting the cars right. Too many green cars in this race. As we go to lap 9 of 10 here at Rapuna Park in New Zealand. Growly in 6th place with Bert right behind him now. Bert wanted to try and get back at Stevie, but he's got Growly in his way now, so he's got a problem there. He's got to try and get through past a hungry Growly. As Growly's trying to get through on the back of Stevie also. Down to the next corner. Watching Growly all over the back of Stevie now. To the right and now into the left a bit more harder. Stevie almost catches the grass there on the way into the corner. That could have spelled disaster if he caught the grass, because it'd be wet grass still and the car would just go right round on him and he'd have to floor it to try and get the throttle back. So Bids is still in 9th place. You can see Twirdy though, so he's got to try and see if he can catch Twirdy, but with 1 lap left I don't think that's happening. He's pulling Brad along with him though, which is good. But Intrepid on his last lap of the race then, can he hold on for his for a victory this season? I'm just looking to see if he's actually won a race already this season. I can't seem to remember. My head is going absent for a moment, but I think no, he's not won a race this season yet. So it'll be good to see Intrepid win. I think this actually will be his first win on Project Cars, if I'm not mistaken. So he's won on GT Sport a couple of times, but he's not won on this. So we'll have to see how he goes. So Intrepid then, let's see if we can get the car to the end as TY comes through in 3rd, Blake 4th. We've still got Bert. We've got Bert now in 5th, and Stevie and Growly in 5th and in 6th and 7th. So Bert's gone through and passed them both. So Stevie now has got Growly all over the back of him. So we missed that, or we're that busy doing reminiscence of Intrepid that we missed that battle. But again, we'll get it in the replays at the end, guys. So not too much longer to wait for that now. As Growly's right on the back of him now. Let's see how close he can get through these last few corners. Can he snatch 6th place off Stevie? But the man of the hour, who I was just talking about, and the reason why we missed a bit of the action, is Intrepid. He's about to come through to take victory and make it a 1-2 for Smoking Tyres. It is Intrepid who wins. Well done, Intrepid. He wins in New Zealand, the 4th race. Well done. Neil Farmack 2nd to make it a 1-2 for the team. Then it's TY in 3rd for Friendly Fire, with his teammate Blake behind in 4th, so sort of a 3-4 for that team. Then it's Bert in 5th, and Stevie's just held on. He's just held off Growly for 6th place, 7th for Growly, Twirdy in 8th. Bids is going to be 9th. They'll be disappointed with that, with the jump start. We'll get obviously we had a replay on that earlier on, so you saw why. But Bradders in 10th, and then it's going to be. So we'll just get the second half of the race replays in for you first. Here's the replays from the second half of the race. Okay, here's the replay of Bids' move on Darren then. So obviously there's a bit of a controversy surrounding this, because Darren wasn't a big fan of the move, but see Bids there, goes to the outside, then he goes to the inside. Darren's left the door open here. Bids then moves the car to the inside, and a nice legitimate move there for Bids, and then gets on the power. Okay, here's the replay on the last lap then, looking on board with Bert. Watch Stevie ahead and also Growly in front of us. Stevie goes wide and just locks up, and then Growly decides to follow him, and Bert gets a present and goes straight up to 5th place. And as we come back from that, we will now take you to the results, followed by the overall standings. Okay guys, here's the results from that one then. So Intrepid takes his first win with LPB Racing. Well done to Intrepid, a good achievement there. And Neil Farmack, his teammate, making it a 1-2 for the team. TY in 3rd for his team, followed by his teammate Blake in 4th. Over the page, we've got Bert in 5th. Growly takes 6th place from Stevie with a penalty for Stevie for track limits, a 1-second penalty added there. Twirdy is in 8th, with Bidster back in 9th. Bradders in 10th, and Darren rounds off the 11th. And now, guys, we move on to the overall standings after round 7. It's Bidster in the lead with 533 points. He could win the championship next time out. We'll see if he can do that. Stevie in second on 432. Then it's TY 413, so quite close there. Neil Farmack on 376 with Blake on 325 in 6th place. In 5th place, sorry. It's Pash in 6th on 261. 222 for George and Intrepid, so a good little battle there for 7th place. Twirdy on 209 just behind him in 9th. Then Bradders on 167 in 10th. Darren is 11th on 98 with Cy Racing on 97. Will 94, so very close there. Fidel on 81. Bert 77. Yonko 42. Growley 31. Hovno 19. On to the teams. It's Friendly Fire 39 points ahead of Brave and Bold in the lead. Then it's Dive Squad on 695 with Smoking Tyres just behind them on 684. So some good battles in the drivers and the teams championships to be fought out. So as we come back from that then, your winner of that race is Intrepid there in the yellow and green BMW there. Well done to Intrepid on a fantastic win. His first win on Project Cars, so hats off to him, well done. And hopefully more brilliance in the future. So we'll see you guys next time at Ulton Park International Circuit and Zanhai International Circuit as well in China. So that is the next round, Britain and China for the next round. So we'll see you then, guys, for that one. Take care. Thank you for watching another race by LPB Racing. Hope you all enjoyed that round 7. I know I did as well. And we'll see you guys next time for round 8. And race 1 will be at Ulton Park International Circuit.